Hey, good Wednesday morning, everyone. I'm going to do a quick web video update for you on tonight's snow. Yes, we had snow last night, inch or two in most of the area, and we've got another round coming our way this evening or even late this afternoon. We'll get to the timing in just a second. First, a broad overview of things. You'll notice the radar is quiet this morning across Ohio and western Pennsylvania. It's going to stay that way for several hours. And actually, it's starting to warm up. I have 32.1 degrees here at my house in Boardman, and at the airport, it's 30. So that's a good thing, and we'll get some melting going on out there today as we sneak a couple of degrees above freezing. These temperatures will also be important as the snow arrives later on today, and I'll tell you why here. Here's our Arctic cold front with the snow breaking out. If you copy and paste this radar and paste it over into Ohio later today, that's about what is going to happen. The radar out in the Midwest now looks like our radar by about 5 or 6 this evening. Notice the temperature change on either side of this front. We're talking 20s and 30s on one side and teens, single digits, even below zero on the back side of this front. This is the air mass that's going to come our way tonight and heading into tomorrow. Sure, we're not going to see 15 or 20 below for the actual air temperature, but it will be cold enough, that is for sure. Let's talk about the timing of the snow. It's coming in late this afternoon, before sunset by maybe a half an hour to an hour on average. Here's the high resolution rapid refresh simulated radar product at 4 p.m. Snow trying to push in from the north and the west at this time. Here is 5 o'clock, so quitting time for a lot of people. And at this point, our snow is starting to really push in. There could even be some rain trying to mix in with this down towards Route 30. But for most of us, this will be a wet snow as it comes in by dinner time. So that was 5 o'clock. Here is 6 o'clock. There's going to be some pockets of pretty moderate, even heavy snow embedded in this. And as we go into the evening, more of a general light to moderate snow taking us all the way up through about maybe 10 or 11 this evening, and then things will wind down. I wanted to show you something here that's a little technical looking, but still important. The nature of this snow this evening is going to change. When it comes in, it's going to be kind of a wet, gloppy snow. Temperatures are going to be around freezing. What I want you to pay attention to here is the blue line that kind of goes down and then heads back up. And then these gray bars are when it's snowing this evening. Here's 7 p.m. right here. This is 1 p.m. And notice before 7 the snow begins, and anywhere you see a gray bar is where it's snowing. But the blue line is indicative of the liquid to snow ratio. A lot of times you hear it's a 10-to-1 ratio. That's a good average a lot of times, where an inch of liquid would give you 10 inches of snow. It's a good average, but it's not always true. Now, as the snow comes in this evening, it will be around 10-to-1 for the ratio, and that's towards the wetter end of things. But as the snow continues into the evening and the air mass cools off, notice the ratio is going up. And so the nature of the snow will change from the wet stuff to the drier snow, the fluffier snow, the snow that's a little easier to push around and to plow. So that is something to watch for this evening. The snow it'll feel a little different by 10 or 11 than when it first arrives at 6. And that is somewhat good news in that the main roads, while it might even be snowing kind of hard at 6 or 7 this evening, with temperatures near freezing and it being kind of this wetter snow, the main roads, the well-traveled roads, may not be all that bad, even if it's snowing at a pretty good clip. The main roads, a lot of times, get hit a little harder, have the conditions go downhill a little faster with the snow that's falling into colder air. Salt doesn't work as well in the colder air. So we might have that going for us this evening. All right, let's get past the real technical stuff. Here's a look at the range of possibilities for the snow this evening. Our official forecast is 2 to 3 inches. Here's the SREF plumes, the average, just shy of 3 at the Youngstown Warren Airport, but the range is 1 down here to 5 up here. Notice how much of a loner this 5-inch line is. That's kind of an outlier. We don't really believe it. We're going to fall somewhere in this where all the lines are bunched up here, and those lines are bunched up generally between 1.5 inches and 3¼ inches. So yeah, good 2 or 3 inches for us this evening, winding down by 11 o'clock into midnight. Real quick look at the National Weather Service odds of certain thresholds being met. Here's the odds of 1 inch or more. This is pretty much in the bag. Most of us are in the 95 percentile here. So I think 1 inch is just about a sure bet this evening. Odds of more than 2 inches are still pretty good. especially from, I'll say Route 11 East roughly. You're still in the 80 percentile there, a little lower down south of Route 30, a little lower in the far western part of our viewing area, but everyone has a pretty good chance of seeing 2 inches tonight. But once you jump up to 4, the odds are way lower. You know, the odds of 4 inches or more are just about 10 to at most 30% across our area. So your odds of getting 1 inch to 2 inches real good this evening. Your odds of seeing more than 3, more than our forecast. The odds of an overachiever, in other words, are not very good. So good 2 to 3 this evening, and stay safe on the roads out there. Jess will have an update for you this midday at noon, and I will be in the studio as usual this afternoon and this evening. Thanks for watching.